All right. Yep. We are live again. I just created another stream similar to the one that we had going. There we go. I'm going to try to be a little more gentle on that camera. All right. So there. Now we're live again for 8 seconds with 0 likes, 0 watchers. I call that snake eyes. Similar to your glasses, it's just 2 circles that I'm used to staring at. And the glasses too, because I'd rather wear glasses than contacts, but the glare, right? You know. Oh, we got a live watcher. Who's watching us? Good morning. Good. I can't see the chat though. How do I do that?
Don't know.
Oh, don't click on that. Let's see here. Chat. How do we see our chat? Edit. Nope. Dude.
Oh, we lost the person.
Yeah, they come in and bop out pretty quickly. We should set it up to where we're sitting there. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Here, can you just turn the island?
Can you?
Yeah.
It's okay to do this?
Yeah. And then we can talk about,
I guess it is your house.
we can talk about
There.
where it started.
That's better. Oh, that's probably where it started. Holy shit, that thing is awesome. I gotta watch my mouth. That is awesome. All right. Maybe that's what it was my bad word. Hopefully that didn't make it through either. We can edit all that out later. All right. I need to see my chat though, and that's making me crazy that I can't see it, because if somebody's saying something right now, I can't answer them. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
So, like a live chat bar along the side there.
Dropbox window.
Yeah, and so like even if somebody was trying to say, "Hey, Carrie, this is how you do it," I can't see it. So I wonder why. Pop out dash, manage. Oh, I need to go into the settings and change it. I bet you I didn't edit it for chat. Made for kids. Let's take off the, no, it's not made. I mean, because it's safe for kids, but it's not made for kids is the thing. This stream contains paid promotion. No. Allow tags, title and description, recording date is today, streaming location. I always put in New Glarus. Why not? We're ballers here in OG, new GNG. Recording date, licenses, allow. Okay, where are we going here? It's not showing my chat. How come it's not showing the chat, Rob?
Because it's time to shred, not chat.
Right, I guess so. Oh, here we go. Customization, live chat, participant, anybody, slow mode. Yeah, I don't. Anyone can chat. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing it. Oh, there we go. Look at that. All right, now I'm going to text Michael and be like, hey, dude. Right. We need someone to ask questions. I can keep it going for a little bit, but where is my phone? Did you see me set it down somewhere?
No. Use mine. I have this.
Well, I can. This should be right here. I just got him on Messenger. He's like, dude, this is awesome. Watch it. Here, I got him. We're good. And I'll tell my mom too. And we'll only probably go. It's 9:53, maybe to like 10:15.
Whatever.
Hey, we had some technical difficulties. We're on if you want to jump on and ask questions and see how things look.
Feedback. We need feedback.
Yes. We need feedback. We need feedback and questions. Okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna text Travis. I already sent the link, but he's kind of a snowboarder, maybe. And then my mom. What is Lily at school?
Yep, she's at Dubuque. Getting
What's
smart.
What's Austin doing?
She'd probably be pulling in the driveway any second. He left at 0100 to go plow snow.
Did he really? That's what I heard. Leave?
Right.
Oh my gosh.
And I hadn't even gone to bed yet. I was actually watching the videos of that guy, the Midwest Shredder.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I watched like 70 of them.
Really? That's awesome.
It's like, I got everything that guy's got.
That's awesome. It's addicting when you can get in here and just, or when you just start, you know, click watching video after video. It goes, and you're learning though, and you probably learned something from his videos, right? I mean, a little bit. Maybe.
About other boards like Sims and other stuff.
Ah, cool. Well, let's see. Let's start here.
Okay.
Let's start because we can edit this into a video. How did it all start?
This is where it started. When I was about this high,
Surfer.
these things would extract blood out of me. Lots and lots of blood.
If you can't see, the grips are staples. I'm assuming that's all, you know.
Uh-huh.
And is it pre-tapered like this, or was this caved in from?
No, that's supposed to be.
Jesus.
And this is the earlier version. This was my father's board.
What?
And that came out in '66.
This one here?
Yeah. And that one's got a keel on it.
Oh, nice.
Or a skeg. I don't know what you want to call it.
That's even one more way to get cut and hurt.
Right.
Yes.
Because this thing is tethered to you, and it's a whip. It comes around.
Oh, sure. We got just good old standard nylon rope. Burn it with the old SIG lighter and make her good to go.
So
would you wax these? Would you wax?
Yeah, like a cross country ski.
Okay. Nice. And then what do we?
Those are like furniture staples.
Oh,
for
sure.
holding, fabric on grandma's Davenport.
Decent. And then keeping your boots
Uh-huh.
stuck to the platform. And so, what year is your yellow one there?
It's probably 75, 78.
Okay. Okay.
They got newer and more modern. They actually had plastic.
That's my
tip
era
pieces.
where I remember my first snowboard. It was green and black and plastic and flat with a little taper, similar to the one I think Austin had or used. And
Right.
yeah, it was a board that went down a hill on snow.
Right.
And that was about it. It was just.
And then in late '87 and '88, this is the board that started it all.
Burton Elite 150.
150. This is a board that my father bought for my uncle so that my brother and myself could ride. And
Nice.
It's got a lot of the same things. It's got a center keel also.
Right there. Nice. And do modern boards have any keel?
No. They went away from them immediately.
What benefit does that 3 inches of just minute?
It's for going on glare ice and in theory going straight, but it took them really not very long to abandon it. So
Cool.
if you look over here,
We can do this too. Okay, there you go.
that Performer 150.
Okay. Oh, right here?
Yep.
Okay.
That one actually has a center keel and then it has 2 side wings.
It looks like it has a center line going through the middle of it.
It's a customization.
Okay, so this one's custom. We've got quite a few cords here. If we don't take all these boards down with the computer, I'm going to be upset before it's over.
But
the pivoter.
This one here has got.
Oh, look at that finish too. Inlaid flat screws.
Well, that's all custom. That's all my doing because I wanted to put modern bindings on this old board. It's old enough it had leather straps on it.
Gotcha. And so
So
your
liberties were taken with that board.
and is that's a really valuable board, I'm guessing?
It was. Right, broken in half. And then this is the next in the family tree.
All right, what do we got here? A Burton Performer 150. So that's very similar to that last one.
Except for it's got a Teflon base, but it still had side wings and a center keel.
What are the side wings now? Before these earlier, the other boards you showed me just had the one center keel.
Right.
Why would we put side wings on them now?
This is a little bit earlier.
That's even pre.
This one's 80. The other one was 84. This one's 86.
Oh, okay.
And this 150 is at 87.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I started here. So these guys are ones I just picked up in the last couple of years.
And are these your bindings, the ones you make?
That's my converter plate here.
Do you want to talk about that at all for a little bit,
or
maybe plug it? Do you have any available right now to ship out?
I have hundreds of them.
Really?
Ready to roll. We all can be riding shred bones with modern crew step-in bindings.
There you go.
So, and when you get old and fat, step-in's the only way to go. So
it is, okay. Versus
strapping, because you
gotta get in. Okay. So, and I know nothing about snowboards, so this is fun for me.
So, anyways, in late '88. My brother and myself were sharing this Elite 150, and you can't have two people ride the same board. That sucks.
Right.
So
what did you get from that?
In about late '89, I bought this board.
In late '89, you bought that?
Yeah. So this was only 1 year old.
And how much did you pay for it in 1989? Roughly.
Probably like $200.
Brand new from the snowboard shop?
No. It was probably more than that. It was probably brand new. It was like 400-ish, maybe 370. Depends on the shop. But this was my board. I rode this board for more than 20 years.
Oh, we have a like in the James. Hey James, how you doing, man? I hope you're having a good morning.
So I took that board everywhere. That board's been Jackson Hole. That board's been.
There's like, why are there plates? It looks like somebody had mounted plates there.
My uncle rides Goofy. I ride regular. So,
and does that weaken the board or diminish its ability to do what you want to do? Having these holes, or can you plug them, or is that just standard?
All these boards come with both.
They come pre-drilled that way from the factory.
Right. This one here has actually got racing inserts put in it right from Burton.
Ooh.
Early on, the pros were pulling the inserts right out. So these are. This is what it looks like with no inserts in the stock.
Oh, gotcha.
So these are the totally macho.
And then would you like would you put any wax in here? Like I know a lot of skateboarders will wax surfaces and stuff.
It doesn't seem to make any difference. I can't tell the difference between this board and that board. They're exactly the same board. Except for this one's been custom painted with a shark.
We got two watchers now. Awesome. It could be Matt and his friend James, but either way we got two watchers. That's awesome. Thank you guys.
And then in 1991, I bought this board, and this is the only Burton board or any board that I actually bought brand new. And this board has also been everywhere. It's been Summit County, everywhere, Jackson Hole, Big Sky, Montana.
Well, and what happened here?
Lots and lots of use.
Is that from rail slides?
No, well, just 20 years of all sorts of trauma, and I tried to fix it. Yeah, it's used up, but I can't retire it.
No.
So ever since I got on eBay, I managed to see a couple, Yeah. So I've just been buying them. Now I have 5 of the same exact board.
You do?
I do. So.
And how much was this one brand new in 91 when I was 11 years old?
It was $430, I think, with bindings.
Jesus.
Or 480.
Wow. And then in today's money, given, you know, inflation, that's $93,476. I mean, that's just mind-blowing numbers.
93,000.
Jeepers.
But
Oh
I
my
decided
gosh.
a long time ago this one was all used up and I wanted another one to replace it, so I started buying boards.
Okay. And that's what kind of, was your initial, you've always had these here.
Right.
Just floating along.
Right. Those Snurfers and these boards.
Or like the OGs.
Right.
What's up with the shark?
Somebody custom painted it.
This is probably one of the coolest custom painted sharks I've ever seen in my life.
You got to look at it really close.
Yeah, we're going to, yeah, there you go. Good job.
See how the shark actually has a skier in its claws.
Oh, yeah. You can see the little ski pole right there. And then this is, maybe if we tilted it just a little, yeah. Yeah, there's his ski poles. They're like everywhere the sharks eat this. And that's funny to me because I only know how to ski. I don't know how to snowboard.
And then they changed the name of the board
to Rastafari.
Rastafari. And
No way.
They changed where it was made. It was made in
Jamaica. Jamaica, man. So somebody did that.
Somebody did that because it's actually supposed to say Burton here with no shark.
And do you think it's because it said safari? They changed it to Rastafari. It was just the easiest way to go.
Right. You can actually get the camera to show that with the two of them side by side. That's the coolest thing.
Oh yeah. Well, we're not gonna. Actually, I'll take a picture and I will add it into the video after I edit this because I'm gonna edit this video.
But when I saw this one show up on the bay, I'm like, dude, that is the coolest thing ever.
Right. Oh, totally.
So I actually paid like $450, $470, which is unheard of for me because I don't spend that much money.
Right. Rob is not, or in anything.
But but knowing that I got the same exact board.
There we go. That is cool. And so if anybody asks too, or in the comments or anything, you are just all about getting more boards. You're not at all interested in ever selling any of these.
I could sell them if you're insane money.
Maybe we could. Oh, how about this? The next time Rob goes on vacation and has me watch his dog, we will have a live auction. We'll have a live auction, big
price to move,
yard sale. It's going out of here. Michael joined the chat. Hey, Michael. Good morning. He says, haha, that shark Rastafari. Dude, that thing is so awesome, isn't it? Just munching that skier. That is so cool. All right, we're on to the next one here.
This one's a Craig Kelly Air.
I think that's my son chatting in the comment under me. My son is down at the house, and now we've got 3 watchers. YouTube is going to blow this up to the algorithms now.
It's actually signed by Craig Kelly, so you can barely see it now because, of course, I'm riding this board.
I see it. It's there. And who is Craig Kelly? I mean, again, I have no idea. Oh, there we go. Some drywall repair. Boom. Craig Kelly.
He's the guy who's
pro.
Well, he was a pro and then he was a designer. Early on.
Okay. And so I'm noticing a trend with this bind. These are not bindings.
No, that's a conversion plate.
These are conversion plates.
So normally the board just has this X pattern.
And then you put whatever you want on it to fit your needs for your boot.
Right. It used to have a binding that would fit on there, and it had some adjustability. But that's eclipsed a long time ago. So without a conversion plate, you can't ride any of these boards.
And so that's why Rob's handy dandy conversion plates are super awesome, and he has hundreds of them. So feel free to email me, and we'll hook you up with that.
Yeah,
I could put your email too in the description.
91 or 92, they deleted that 5-hole pattern and went to a 3-hole pattern.
So 91 or 92.
Depending on the board.
Depending on the board brand, they deleted this crisscross. You can wider stance,
wide 5 pattern.
Okay, and went to this.
I went to a 3-hole pattern.
And this looks like a gimbal mount for a camera. What is this gonna do?
This is my adapter, my rental quick release setup. So I can just have one pair of bindings and just move it to any board. I can ride 3 different boards in a day if I want. So it's just a quick release deal. Yeah.
Maybe I need to see bindings and boots and get all that, so our viewers know exactly what we're talking about, because I don't see how this little, in my brain, I guess, I don't know. I've skied. I can downhill ski. I'm a proficient skier, but I can keep myself alive on skis. That's about it. Michael, shred bones for that 3 boards a day habit. Shred bones for that 3 board a day habit. Yeah. All right. So here we go. We got the board. So and this little round circular deal.
So all boards.
What is this? This looks like
all boards have bindings. Most people just have a binding mounted to their board.
Okay.
And they ride one board with one set of bindings.
And this is the binding.
And that's the binding.
And my boots are separate.
Your boots are separate. So
like a ski, in a sense. This is what I clip into on my ski.
Right. So I use this quick release setup.
Oh. Boom.
Boom. I don't like the stance. I change it to whatever stance I'm looking for.
But you said rental board bindings.
Right.
So is this what the standard now? Is this what the standard?
No.
Or, okay.
No, this is the quick release thing is like what a ski shop would have when you rent a board. They ask you where you want your feet. You tell them what degrees, if it's posy, whatever direction you want.
Loosey-goosey, okay.
And they just install it, hand you the board, off you go. Most people just put their bindings on their board once. They don't adjust them after that at all.
Okay.
But I need to carry all these boards with me so I can stack them up in the vehicle.
Depending on which one you want to ride.
Right. So if I want to ride.
Oh, see this here. Okay, so now I'm starting to put the pieces of this puzzle together.
Just change bindings and put them on whatever board I want.
Gotcha.
And it just takes seconds.
So we've got this here.
Right.
And this is mounted to your plate on here, your plate on here, your plate on there. So you can just essentially, yes.
But the shred bone's only for old boards between 86-ish and 91.
So 86 to 91, and this is called shred bone.
Yeah.
And that's your name.
Yeah, that's a plate that I make and sell.
Nice. And that we will have a link in the description to that.
So anyways, that's how the binding works on there.
Gotcha. Okay, well that helps me out a lot. Thank you very much for that clarity. What do we got going on here? I want to make sure I'm missing anybody in this chat. Specialty Automotive. I think I subbed to you, James. Yeah. Oh, so my son is moderating from his phone at the moment under mine because I'm Specialty Automotive. So that's James. That's all that matters. Yeah, I'll share this. How do you... 50 subs. James, don't have 50 subs. We have like 17 subs, but if you like and share, we could maybe get more. Michael, if you're still watching, awesome. Thank you. This is all new stuff for us, so we're just trying to have a little bit of fun on a snowy morning. Honestly, Rob's snowboard collection is pretty impressive to someone like me who doesn't know anything about snowboards or necessarily. I mean, I care because my friends like it, but
it's a shred bone.
Okay.
It just mounts to the board like that.
Oh, it's kind of in the shape of like a milk bone or a dog bone, right? Is that where you got the bone from? Gotcha. That's cool.
So it went through crazy
revisions. My gosh, this is made out of titanium? No. Holy cow. So these are titanium alloy.
Titanium's 10 times the cost. I'd have to charge $250 a set.
So this is aircraft aluminum.
6061.
Okay. CNC.
3/16 thick. And then all the holes in the pattern here
Really
give you adjustability so you can move it around forward or back or left or right.
made in America.
Made in Stoughton,
Nice.
Wisconsin.
There you go. And so on a board, you would need 2 of these, correct?
You buy the kit and it comes with the screws, 2 boards, and 2 board pads. It's a little rubber thing that you can't see because it fits so perfectly.
Yeah, and that goes under in between to kind of
so it doesn't give your board rash like this. In theory, but if you rode it to death, it probably still will.
Right. Very cool. And today is January 9th, 2024. And what does a pair of these cost shipped in the US?
I sell them for $96 on eBay, and then eBay gets a cut, and then there's $17 shipping because they ship them all around the world.
So we will have a link to that also in the description to his eBay store.
Cost you like 117 or 121.
$120, and you can start shredding your old Burton from 1986 to 1991. Very, pretty good gap, a 6-year gap there, and so many rad boards made out of that era.
So, and then also if you're trying to ride a Sims or a Kemper or something else, I do have blanks. And they look exactly the same, except for they don't have these holes right here.
Nice. Shout out to James. Happy birthday in 6 days. Thanks for liking and subbing.
So
very cool. Very cool. Awesome. My son's birthday is coming up too in 10 days. We got a lot of January birthdays. We also have some 10-year-olds in the chat.
Right.
So I'm going to show this trout real quick here because that thing is just beautiful. Michael, I hope you're watching. If you're still watching, you need to look at this trout because
he probably knows all about it.
I'm sure he does. It's just really cool. All right, what's next in store here?
I always wanted one of these. Here, you just lay that on the floor because it'll fall over.
Okay, I'll just put it on the floor, otherwise it'll fall over.
When I was riding this 87 Elite 150, I always wanted a bigger version.
Jeez.
So
the Cruiser 165.
The Cruiser 165. This was actually a pro model. They had a couple different versions of this, but it was something that I could never afford. I'd see people on and I'd be like, "Oh man, that's so sweet." Well, now I could just buy one, and I did. Got 3 or 4 of them. So they're kind of my go-to boards and kind of my favorite boards to ride. Besides the TZ700.
The TZ, that thing is awesome. All right.
So,
and what's the 165 mean? I'm guessing that's something to do with length.
That's the length.
Michael, love the brushy trout. Right on. So Michael, we've got 2 watchers right now, so Michael might be one of them right now. So 165 is the length of what? Meters, millimeters, centimeters? Okay.
Centimeters.
And are all snowboards measured in centimeters typically, or Burton, or so when I go to a shop and I say I want a 200,
they're gonna ask you what kind of crack you're on.
Okay.
Because I'm a big guy and I ride big boards. The industry doesn't ride 175s anymore.
Okay.
And I've got 185s. I don't think I have a 190, but that's this.
Sure. Okay.
They say that you're supposed to ride a board that goes up to your chin. So, but even this guy here.
Yeah, that's in your house 6'3", 6'2", 6'4".
So, but
Michael, Rob rips through the big moguls on that 160 Cruiser like they are snowballs. I believe it.
Oh, yeah.
I believe it. If he can ride a snowboard like he can pilot 2 wheels, then I would definitely believe that. Rob rips through the big moguls on that 165 Cruiser like they are snowballs. That is awesome. And what is this one here? An Air?
It's the very first year ASM Air.
ASM Air.
And
wood core sintered base made in Austria. Sick.
And when I bought my my ASM Air in '91, this board was out for 1 year. I saw them around, but I I couldn't afford to buy this board, but I really wanted this one.
And so what is so awesome about it?
It's not symmetrically shaped.
Right.
If you look at the back of it,
it's different than the front.
It's a different shape back here.
Right. So can you do, like, if you're going on a box grind, can you switch stances?
Well, it's
or
really,
is it not for box grinds?
It's really meant for when you are changing between your tail and heel. It changes where your center of gravity is on the board.
Gotcha.
So in the day, everyone rode with a posi. See how your foot's actually forward some, even on the rear.
Yeah.
Forward a lot.
Okay.
If you think about it, when you're on your heel side, if you're riding regular, your center of gravity would be about here.
Right.
But on your toe side, it's actually
moves
up here. So that's why it's misshapen here. It's because this edge is actually further forward.
Dude, it is. It's literally asymmetrical.
Right. And it's really apparent.
Asymmetrical.
It's really apparent with alpine boards.
All right. Wow. Specialty automotive. Wow. Awesome. Hey, buddy. Hope you're doing good down there.
It's really apparent on.
Oh my gosh! Look at on a what board? An Alpine.
This is an Alpine board.
Alpine.
It's for downhill racing.
Jeez.
Giant solemn racing.
Look at that. I mean, I don't know if the camera is even showing. There we go. Look at that aggressive. I mean, here's the straight edge. So that is a huge. And so this is straight up racing, cutting corners,
going through the gates.
Going through the gates. Okay.
But even
no jumps.
No, you can hit jumps.
You can hit jumps. Yeah, okay.
Not in the pipe though.
No pipe. Oh, okay. Okay. So like, is the ASUM Air half pipe board?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a mixture of both.
Okay.
They went from an all around powder board, and then as soon as the terrain parks came out, people needed. They decided that they wanted to hit obstacles and rails. But the ASUM Air, they did it for about 6 years or so. I think I have 5 of the 6 or 7 years. And some of them are radically different.
Okay.
And some of them are not very different.
So there's a lot more that I thought that, like, I've never looked at a snowboard and gave it any, like, and again, not offending anybody who's into, I'm here to learn, and Rob's the best teacher. So, but there's a lot that goes on here. I mean, we've got layers and like, is this sharp edge here on the side kind of like an ice skate? Like if on my hockey skates when I go to a hockey stop, does it feel sharp?
Yeah, they need to be sharpened every once in a while. That's the biggest reason why people think that they need to buy a new board, is because the board will get kind of dull.
Yeah. And
then it handles poorly in the snow, in the ice. But if you actually keep your board tuned up, man, this board rides like $1 million.
Yeah, and it feels sharp and like. So you had mentioned to me earlier that you've got some boards you're going to take to Tyrrell Basin to have them do what?
I'm going to take 10 boards a time. I'm going to take 10 boards in 3 different spots over 3 weeks. And they're going to wax and tune and sharpen.
Okay. So they wax the base.
Yeah, they'll grind the base and make sure it's smooth.
And then
wax it.
Like with an orbital wheel, there's a kid back there with some or like, how do they do it? They run it through a machine, a buffer?
It's through a machine, and it's like a big giant planer. If
okay, sure. Yep. A giant planer, just kind of.
So they just run this thing, and they'll plane about more than 50% of it, and then they'll turn it on and then plane the other side. So that'll get rid of all the imperfections, all the scratches and gouges.
And how many times can you do that to a board before?
It depends on how deep the scratches are.
Oh, okay.
Like this one here, you could make it better, but you can't.
You're never gonna get.
Okay. This board is done.
All right. So now I'll just get this guy out of here for now. Launch onto the couch.
Some of the Alpine boards, they really. I'll go get an Alpine board that's got a totally misshaped nose.
Okay.
You'll just be blown away.
And what's this angular?
That's called a cant plate. And in the late 80s and early 90s, especially on Alpine boards, the more aggressive stance that you ride in, it forces you to put more weight on the front,
and
then the board will go faster.
Right on.
This is something that nobody even thinks about doing anymore. In fact, most stances are like really long. And I have a bunch of modern boards. I don't care for the wide stances that all modern boards have.
Okay.
In fact, whenever I set a board up, I have it as tight as possible.
Why? I'm just curious. Is your preference, or if I were to go, since I've never snowboarded in my life, would I know that, like, if you taught me how to do it with a more, you know?
The wider stance is more for people who are park rats, for people that want to go through the terrain
stuff, and you like rolling and flowing and
right. I'm a rider carver guy.
Okay, carving.
But even when I have my bindings basically straight across the board, I still prefer a tighter stance.
Gotcha.
Than a real wide stance. I can bring a board up here with a really wide stance also.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna see an alpine board and a wider stance board, and we're like coming up on 10:30 already. We were just gonna go for a half hour, then we had some technical difficulties, so we are swimming. It's okay that I didn't want to. I mean, I can't really hurt them, can I?
No.
I mean, next to really trying to. Holy man.
But
what do we got here?
But I set the bindings up with more of an alpine stance.
Okay, so this is a little wider here than our last one, right? Now this board says Oxygen.
Yeah, it's a different manufacturer.
Popular, better,
fairly popular,
higher end, lower end of Burton.
Yeah, about the same.
Okay.
I couldn't even tell you about this board secondhand.
Okay. Have you ever bought a board brand new?
Yeah, this one right here. It's the only board I have ever bought brand new. I've had it.
No, that's right. You said that, and you've got about 4 or 5 other ones just like it.
Right.
Awesome.
Because I decided that I liked it.
So there's so much. Well, Michael, I saw a teenager on a hard boot alpine board this week making a comeback. Michael says, I saw a teenager on a hard boot alpine board making a comeback. That is awesome.
Right.
Props to that teenager. So now a hard boot alpine board, that you're going to have to define that for me a little bit here, Rob. It will break this all down. I'm guessing a hard boot is going to be something that's mounted to the board and you don't have these bindings. And then the alpine board is what I just had in my hand, made for speed, cutting, and carving, if I'm not mistaken. This is pretty cool. 6 or 9, 69. Either way you send it. Now, is this a board that you ride often, this one here?
I took it to out east. I do ride it some, but it's all right. It's a good board.
Yeah. All right. What do we got next here? Oh, so to go a little bit more onto Michael there, a hard boot alpine board. So a hard boot. Oh, there's a hard boot. And then the alpine board is right here with the. Oh, he's got it all.
Right.
All right. Boy, look at all this we're learning today.
So here's a PJ7.
Look, it is so you can't see it in the camera. Like, there we go. Like, here's the straight edge coming down. If I had a straight edge, like, so someone took a huge old chunk out of the tail. And that is to increase your cornering ability.
It's to move the center
of gravity.
CG, the center of gravity of the board, forward, which direction your feet are. So this board's a regular board.
Yep.
They make a goofy version of it that the bindings can only go this way.
Okay.
Notice that there's no holes here. They don't have extra holes.
Oh, yeah.
And it's because this is a regular board. They made a goofy version of this board, and it would say goofy here. And then the bindings would just be mounted here.
Okay, and then how come there's hardly any nose to this board at all? There is no nose. Like, you may as well just. We're gonna have to make like a snowboard studio here. Let me see what this is quick. Oh, James sending me pictures. That's pretty cool. Nice shoe collection, dude. That is awesome.
Shoe collection.
All right, yeah. So Burton, Michael, wow, you have the Burton hard boots! Exclamation point. Of course, we are in the Burton Museum of Rob Himmelman here.
That's what we do. I spent all summer long looking for.
Is this what he's
This
doing
is
about?
what he's talking about.
Okay.
And it.
So that's a hard boot.
Yeah, rather than having just a snowboard boot or a pack boot,
You
jam it in here like this. And then,
okay? And so this is what he saw a kid shredding on at the park the other day, just like this.
And then you're in.
And so this is for corner carving and going fast.
Yeah, this is for.
You're not going to send this on the half pipe.
No.
Ever.
Well, no, it's too stiff. It's too. It's just.
It's not at all. It's not going to work.
You
Okay.
could ride through there. But
sure, you can ride through there, but it's not made for, like, you have no tail at all. And why does the front have no curve at all? Like, there's very minimal curvature.
Because it's really meant for groomers and for giant salon racing.
Ah, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. And by groomers, you mean that the groomer has just gone through the area and everything is perfect.
Perfectly smooth, perfectly flat.
Gotcha. And so fast, though.
Oh, it's
just butter.
It's a rocket ship.
And then, how do you basically hockey snowboard. Just go sideways and
scrub off the speed, yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I can't come up with any more questions on this. We've got a hard boot, an alpine board, and then these bindings are.
The shred bone would fit right on here, so I can actually put the shred bone on and just use the normal binding.
Okay. Yeah. Right on. Awesome.
And
okay.
I have more of these boards all set up with shred bones. So
we should just come up with a shred bone commercial for you here soon. I think that will be that should be our next live stream. What do you think, Michael? Should we do something about the shred bones?
That Midwest shredder guy, when he brought his Cruiser 155 up to Colorado.
Yeah. Okay, so he had this.
Well, it's a shorter version of this. It's a 155, so it's got a blue stripe instead of an orange stripe.
Okay.
But he brought it all the way out to Colorado to try to ride a vintage board, and he said he loved it. It handled unbelievably not what he expected.
Okay.
And one of the very first things he did is pull out my shred bone kit and mount it to this board.
He did?
Right on film.
He did? On that YouTube video last night?
Video.
You found one on that. Awesome. That is awesome.
I wanted to see whose conversion plate he was using. And he bought one from me, apparently.
Right on.
Or bought it secondhand from somebody else.
Thank you, for the support, or thank you for buying it secondhand. And thank that first person for initially buying it.
But he took it out of the bag that I shipped it in, so he must have bought it from me.
James said, I saw a kid with a snowboard that looked like a scooter. Yeah, they have some of those stand-up ones. I don't know if they allow them at parks. But I've seen them at the sled hills and stuff. They're pretty cool looking. Right. We have a snow skate that I should have brought my snow skate up. That would be a really good one to talk about. We could talk about that too. Right. What snow skating is, because a lot of people don't. Now with a tether strap, I've been seeing or been told that they're allowing them at more parks, at least around here.
So I've never seen a snow skate at Tyro Basin or Devil's Head or Cascade but I did see one at Timberline in West Virginia.
No doubt. Really? Did they have a tether on it?
He just had a little teeny tether strap on it like this, and that's it. But
wow, that's awesome. That is cool.
But Timberline is pretty tame compared to the terrain that we normally ride on. So maybe that's the reason why we don't ride snow skates on ski hills.
Sure, right. Well, and they're just not. Yeah, it's more of a urban yard, not a big. Yeah.
But I was still surprised to see it.
That's awesome.
It's like, There's dudes riding snow skate. I can't believe it.
But like Josh Oakes and Phil Smodgy and so many other names I can't think of, but they were really pioneered those snow skates up and did a lot back in the day to get that going. What else do we got here? We got some poop emojis coming in the chat right there. See the little pink poop emoji? I can edit all that out too, or not that, but and then that on the board. Let's see, Michael. Michael's been lighting this chat up today. Our viewer count has been hovering between 2 and 3. So either my 10-year-old and his 10-year-old friend, and then Michael. I'm hoping so, but I just wonder if it wouldn't have crashed down that first time because I had so many tags and a lot of channels. Like you can mention channels as well before you go live, and I had a lot of those put in there too. So
I want to talk to that Midwest shredder.
Well, let's get him on.
Yeah,
we'll do a collab. We'll have a that would be fun.
If he's in Northern Illinois, he's not too far.
Right. And there's another channel I want to show you on when we're done here too. Michael says, I'm home on a snow day. Happy to see you guys on here. Well, we're happy that you're here with us.
It's really almost a snow day for me.
Yeah. Work is just a phone call and not being there.
Right.
Yeah, and it's actually coming down like hard now, but when I went in the house last night around 1-ish, it was just starting, but it's been a very wet snow. Is anybody going to Tyrol today?
Yeah.
Michael, are you going to Tyrol today? Are you really going?
Well, yeah, I gotta stop and pick up some brake parts, and then I'm gonna drive my car with no brakes to the ski hill.
James, I'm here. James, you're already at Tyrol Basin? That would be rad. I would love to go, but I don't know if we'll make it there today or not. So we're going to wrap this up, and we're going to come back with another live stream here. Hell yeah, see you at Tyrol. Well, at least you'll have Michael there. Maybe I'll come. Maybe I'll get on that to come. We'll see what happens. We'll see. But yeah. Thank you all for joining us, and this has been a fun, interesting learning experience for me, not knowing anything about snowboards. Midwest Shredder, is that the dude? We'll find him. I'll find him, and I'll look him up, and then get some collabs going here and get talking about more snowboards because this is awesome. So, James, be good. Matt, we'll see you in a little bit, and Michael, have fun at Tyrol.
All right, stop by when you're going to Tyrol.
Yeah, there you go, and grab Rob.
Right.
That way he's got brakes.
Right.
And he doesn't have to like use the snow to slow him down. But that's more fun. I can't. My mouse isn't working. There we go. All right, we're gonna end the stream. Michael, thanks guys. This was great. Thank you for joining, and hope you're well. Everybody have a great day. There we go.